best conference I've ever been to. Worth every single cent. Every single cent.
Anybody can 10x their company in a year. I think this is the place to get the tools, the training, all the resources you need. And I think for those who don't 10x by this time next year, you just didn't try hard enough.
I want you to have an experience that you will never, ever forget.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Jared Glant. This is the Cardone Zone, and this show is Young Hustlers. Every Thursday at noon East Coast Standard Time, we come here. This show is about money, it's about sales, it's about life, it's about how to get more of what you want faster. And today, I actually want to talk about something that we all hear a lot about. Invest in yourself, invest in yourself, invest in yourself. And a lot of times people they don't really know what that means. So today's show is going to be about how to actually identify ways to invest in yourself and make sure that you're not just spending money to spend money or spending time to spend time, but you're actually doing it in the right areas. I want to make a quick announcement. Last night we ended the Ambassador program. So for the last few months, we've been running a program where you can sign up for our Ambassador program. It's a mentoring program where every week you get access to a mentoring call with myself or Grant or our team, and we help you kind of move through Cardone University and provide you with some Q&A opportunities so that you can get some help kind of bridging the gap between the content in Cardone University and how it works and applies for your life. So in addition to that, you also get a seat at our 10X Growth Conference. It's 35,000 people here in Miami in February. A lot of really cool stuff in play for that. And then lastly, with the Ambassador program, you also get access to a private coaching and mentoring group where you get to connect with a bunch of like-minded people. So tons of value there. It ended last night, but for everybody that's on the show or listening to the show in the next 24 hours, if you go to 10xgrowthcon.com/ambassador, you can go ahead and you can get signed up there, and we'll squeak you in and before we close the program down. So today I want to talk to you about investing in yourself. So a lot of people, as you start becoming more interested in trying to do better and to try and improve your life, they say, investments in yourself are the one thing that will always give you positive return. Investments in yourself are always the thing that you'll take with you no matter what. Nobody could take that away from you. But for a lot of folks, they come into the next phase of it, which is okay, well, what do I invest in? Last week, we talked about how to find a mentor, how to actually use a mentor the right way, which I think with some of the feedback that we got, I think that people were actually a little bit surprised about how becoming a mentee of somebody or following a mentor is really changing. I mean, Like, social has changed the game completely, and you can be mentored by somebody without actually meeting with them or being in communication with them. And I gave some examples about how I used to get mentored from Grant really without him even doing anything for me. So, things are changing a bit. But I did get some people that also reached out that were like, okay, hey, well, I'm trying to do better in business or marketing or better relationships or better fitness. Like where do I go? Like, how do I actually make sure that I'm investing in the right thing? And the first thing that I want to cover today, when you're investing in yourself, the number one thing is investing in something is better than investing in nothing at all. And I wish I could tell you that everything you invest in for yourself will be a home run. There's going to be times that you spend money and invest in something and you never use it. It doesn't work for you. It doesn't really jive up. But so many people are so afraid of that loss that, oh man, I'm going to spend $95 on this course or $25 on this book, or I'm going to go to this networking group and I'm going to pay $45 to have dinner. And they're afraid they're not going to get anything out of it. And they actually use that to prevent them from making a decision to move forward. Without a doubt, that's the worst attitude that you can have. The truth is, it kind of reflects a bit of scarcity that you have internally. Most of us are in a position where we should actually be spending too much money on this stuff. Like, we should actually be investing more than we should be in finding ways to get additional education or mentoring or coaching or whatever the case may be. But so many people err on the complete opposite of it, right? So they see this course and they actually look for reasons not to do it. They see an event, they see an influencer that's giving away content for free, by the way. Like, this show's for free. It doesn't cost you anything to watch this show. But they'll find a reason not to do the deal, right? Like, I used to ask people on sales calls all the time. I'd be like, John, look, I need to ask you a serious question right now. Are you looking for reasons to do this or reasons not to do this? Because the truth is, folks, there are hundreds of reasons that people can give you on why you shouldn't invest in yourself. And most of those people are the people that are never going to go anywhere in their life, the people that are giving you those reasons and those excuses. And so you really just need to, the first thing that you need to clear up is you need to clear up this idea that you will waste money, that something will not work. The most successful basketball players in history have shooting percentages lower than 40%. Johnny could probably help out with that. I made that up. That may not be true. But I know in baseball, for example, 40% of the time, if you bat 400 for your career or 300 for your career or 350 for your career, if 60% of the time, 70% of the time you miss, you're one of the greatest ever. So you have to step up to the plate and swing the bat. So too many of you are sitting on the sidelines wondering if you're going to get burned. You need to get burned. You need to buy something that doesn't work. I've bought books that I've never read before. Does that mean I'm going to stop buying books? Nope. Does that mean I'm going to stop investing in myself? Nope. But it's going to be a reminder every time I go past that book and didn't know that I didn't read it. I'm going to be like, man, dude, you need to do something about that. You need to read that book. So the biggest mistake that you can make when investing in yourself, number one, is not investing at all in the first place. So don't get all caught up in all the things that could go wrong. Focus on the things that you could get, because the truth is, if you bought 10 programs and one of them was the one that you hit the gold mine on, if you bought 50 programs and one of them is what you hit the home run on, if you were like Colonel Sanders from Kentucky Fried Chicken and you pitched your deal 700 times, but the one time somebody actually made the decision to do it, it will change your life forever. When we get back from the break, I'm going to talk a little bit more about investing in yourself, what to invest, why to invest, how to invest, and what you should look for. We'll be right back. This is Young Hustlers.
Facebook campaigns, security, campaigns,
I want you to have an experience that you will never, ever forget.
Wealth Dynamics believes everyone has the God-given right to own their potential. Most of us don't because we spend 40 hours per week serving the 40-year-to-life sentence, trading our precious time for worthless paper called money. We live on an economic planet and time and money do need to be exchanged, but it doesn't need to be your time or your money. We teach our clients to secure income producing assets that make the time and money exchange for you so you can buy your freedom back and live a life of abundance and prosperity. To get there, we must know how to make money, how to keep it, and how to multiply it. Wealth Dynamics provides coaching, education, accountability, and community to help you build wealth. Join our coaching program, get educated on Wealth Dynamics University, and begin networking with the Wealth Dynamics Mastermind group today. To get started, go to wealthdynamics.com.
Automatons, or artificial beings capable of independent thought, have been a fixture of science fiction, literature, and motion pictures throughout time.
Today, the convergence of technology and imagination has reached new heights, which are reflected in the advancements that we see in every area of our lives. Over the last couple of years, AI machines have made their way into our homes, the battlefield, our workplace, and even into our hands in the form of smartphones with voice recognition. Digital assistants for the home represent an opportunity if you know how to take advantage of them. That is where Nico's Computer Engineering comes in. Tim Clark brings you the latest news about the most up-to-date strategies to position yourself in the digital landscape, finding a path to productive business applications and how to automate them with artificial intelligence are just a few of the topics we cover in our weekly segments.
Nico's Computer Engineering is here to find a unique solution for you.
Okay, we're talking about investing in yourself. You've made the decision. You want to do better. You've been following some Instagram pages that get you all fired up and jacked up and motivated. You're following Grant Cardone. He's talking about average being a failing formula. He's talking about 10X. He's talking about all this stuff about wanting more and having more and doing more and being more. And so now you said, hey, I finally made the decision. I need to spend some money on myself. So the first thing that you have to know about investing in yourself is the worst mistake that you can make is not investing in yourself at all. Don't get paralyzed by what could happen if it doesn't work. Don't think about what could happen if it doesn't work. Just make the investment and be willing to fail. Be willing to invest in 10 or 15 or 20 things and having all of them not work to find the one thing that actually does work. Number two, you need to have the right expectations with the programs that you buy. Like some people will buy one of our books, they'll buy the sales book and they'll think, man, this is the book that's gonna make me $10 million. When sales is really only one piece of what we talk about. We have the money education, we have the sales education, we have the closing education, we have the negotiating education, we have the phone education, we have the follow-up education. So you got to get your head right about these things. Like you could go buy a course on Facebook ads, but there's a lot more that goes into Facebook ads than just getting back an ad manager and poking on some buttons, right? You got copy, you got images, you got strategy. Like there's so many things that go into it. And so and then you got to have a product to sell. So then you got to figure out how to market, how to have a product that you can market and sell. So there's all these little things, these little variables that plug into the thing that you're probably trying to learn about and fix. So Mark Cuban said, hey, when he picks up a book, he's looking for a $1 million idea in the entire book. I've watched Grant read books that he hates, scratching through stuff, circling it, like almost disgusted, but then he circles that one thing and he's like, dude, that's it right there. That was my nugget. That was my gem. That made it entirely worth it going through this whole book. So dude, you don't have to love everything that we talk about. Like Grant has positions on things that people just don't flat out agree with. In fact, they disagree with him in a passionate way. But dude, don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. There's a lot of really good stuff that we talk about and we help people with. And we have the history to back it all up. Like, for example, our 10X Growth Conference. The first year, we had 23 speakers. Second year, we had 24 speakers. We went from 2,500 people to 9,000 people. There were some people that were at that conference that did not like the speakers. There were some people that said, hey, Grant needs to speak for longer. So but then there were some people that said, hey, this was the best event I've ever been to. I wouldn't change anything. So you got to understand, different people are going to have different experiences with things. It all comes back down to you having the right expectation of what you're trying to get. Every bite of the dinner may not be the best bite. There's this the idea of diminishing returns. Like you get a big old fat cheeseburger, maybe a double cheeseburger, and you're going through the cheeseburger. At some point, like the bites satisfy you less, right? But that doesn't mean it still ain't filling you up. So number one is biggest mistake you can make is not investing in anything at all. Number two is you have to have the right expectations with what you're doing. So when we bring 30,000 people here to Miami, we are in fact going to do longer speaker sessions this year. So we're going to have fewer speakers, longer sessions. We're also going to have like bigger talent than literally, if you look at any event that happens in the United States for small business owners and entrepreneurs, there will not be an event on the calendar that you can go back in history of time to go through that will have as much value and have as much celebrity and have as much freaking like 10x than the lineup we're putting together for this year. I'm telling you, like it's going to be ridiculous. So when you come to the 10X Growth Conference, because you all should be coming to the Growth Conference, you all need to come with the expectations of what you're going to get out of it. We're going to be talking about finances. We're going to be talking about marketing. We're going to be talking about investing. We're going to be talking about sales. We're going to be talking about entrepreneurship. We're going to be talking about mindset. We're going to be talking about startups. We're going to be talking about starting small companies and building them into massive companies. Not every person is going to like fit the mold of exactly what you're looking for. But you got to get conditioned, like when you're making these investments in yourself, like let's say you buy a program or you go to an event, and the first thing that the first speaker of the event just completely turns you off. You got to find a way to reset. Like you got a 3-day event that you're at, or a 1-day event that you're at, or a week-long event that you're at. Like you got to find a way to reset and find that little jewel that's sitting in there. A fella that we do some big business with, he's got a company that went from small to big relatively fast, Russell Brunson. He's like, yo man, most of the speakers that I work with, I don't agree with everything they say. But that doesn't mean I discount the stuff that they talk about that I do like. So you got to get good at picking these nuggets of information out. So number one, biggest mistake that you can make is not making investments. That'll kill you. You're not even on the playing field. If that's you. Number two is you have to have the right expectations of what you're going to get. If you pick up one of Grant's books, like that may not be the book that changes your life. And you read the next book, that may not be the book. But the third book may give you one thing that completely shifts your thinking. So like the personal investing thing, like investing in yourself, in your own education, like it goes above and beyond just like buying a book. It's a discipline. It's a discipline of reading a book or buying a course or going to an event or doing a mentoring program or something and not having a home run success. But the discipline is that you're making the investment, that you're showing up, that you're writing the check. Because if you want to hit that home run, you've got to be in the game to do it. And so you look at a lot of these people around here, it's like the more I show up, the luckier I get. You ever heard that saying before? Like the more I show up, the luckier I get. Dude, it's because you're on the field. Like half the people are still stuck in the parking lot. Looking on the outside going, yeah, it could be crowded in there. The view might not be good. You know, it's a little bit of a rowdy crowd. What if there's a fight or something? Like, dude, people are stuck on the outside. So the good news is if you've gotten to a place where you're like, hey, I've had enough of where I'm at. I'm ready to do more. I'm ready to show up. I'm ready to invest myself. Like at that point, you've already exceeded 90% of the people out there because they just never do anything. So you got to understand you're already at an advantage. Now all you have to do is keep showing up. Keep showing up and keep looking for that one thing. If I'm reading a book about advertising, I'm trying to figure out how it helps me as a salesperson. If I'm reading a book about finances and mindset or something like that, I'm looking for how it helps me be a better dad. I am literally, every piece of information that I consume, I'm looking for how I can make it work, not why it won't. So you got to get this discipline built in so that you can start maximizing this investment thing so that you're not spending time and energy and effort in things that don't work. When we get back from the break, I'm going to go over the third and final point. This is Young Hustlers.
Growing your future, protecting your past. J.D. Frost & Company, PLLC, is a public accounting firm. Offers a variety of assurance and tax services to businesses and individuals in the Chattanooga and surrounding areas. We focus on construction and manufacturing industries. Our primary objective is client satisfaction through excellent customer service. Work with the best. We are accredited by the BBB. This is J.D. Frost & Company for a full suite of tax assurance and management accounting services. Visit us right now at frostcpas.com.
The more comfortable you get with yourself, the less scary it is for people to actually see you. We all know as parents that there's nothing more powerful than a mother's love. And how can I be that extraordinary parent for my kids?
And how kind we are to each other.
The more that you love you, the less you care if others love you.
The idea is to really just choose to be with yourself.
The challenges and the struggles and the frustrations and the self-doubt and insecurities can often keep us from living. We can master our lives from the inside out.
Based out of Jacksonville, Florida, this family-owned husband and wife team of realtors is there to serve you, track every process step by step, get you from contract into your new home or out of your current home sold and on the market. Chad and Sandy Newman will take you, market your home, and make sure that you will receive the best customer service ever. They're going to sell your property above market value in 30 days or less. With over 12 years of experience, this team is there for you. To learn more, go to chadandsandy.com. That's chadandsandy.com right now.
We build you a click funnel. We send you traffic. We will collect leads for you. Everything we build, you keep. Work with us month to month or have someone manage your campaigns internally. No contract. This includes one-click funnel built out for you, plus Google AdWords campaigns that have 5 times higher returns than social media advertising. 10X Productions.
That's a strong dude right there. He's been working out, but you know what he's been working out harder than those muscles? He's been working out 35,000 strong at the 10X Growth Conference coming up this February in Miami, by the way. So just about any place that you live in the United States besides Miami is going to have terrible weather. No place you ought to be than down here in Miami with a bunch of people trying to look better, do better, feel better, make more, do more, and have a bigger impact.
Could not say it better myself.
I'm on a roll.
Do you want to tell them about the checks that you just had me sign?
So $1.3 million in checks were just signed. Because we're going whale hunting. We are going whale hunting. So you got to have whale bait. You can't use minnow bait.
What happened was, tell them what you were having trouble getting your calls to go through.
Yeah,
these
you know, like
everybody's
everybody's always like, are you real? What's the deal? They try to tell you some jack number just to scare you off. And so I was like, Grant,
we're trying to get speakers, just so you know, because I don't think you guys know that. We're trying to get The Rock to speak at our gig, Will Smith to speak at our gig. Okay, I'm trying to get some of the most powerful people in the world to speak. Steve Harvey just announced that he wants to speak at my gig. Why? You know why Steve said yes? Steve says, first, Grant, I love you as a businessman. Number 2, can they hear me all right? Yeah. Number 2, dude, he's like, I want to come help people, okay? The guy's going to come down that weekend and spend it with you. He's like, I love entrepreneurs. And he does, by the way. He's an awesome businessman. Jared's like, hey, man, I want The Rock. I want Will Smith. I said, bro, let's send him some money.
Send him a check, man. It worked with the G5.
So Jared walked in here this morning with a check for $500, $250, $300, $400, like it crazy, and I just like inked off on it, diggity dog. Get your hustle on and get your money right. That's all I can tell you.
Hey, let me just tell you, I just wanted to tell you something. Grant did a meeting for our team yesterday, and he was talking about how big of a deal this is how big of a deal this event is for him personally, because of the amount of people that we have the opportunity to help. And like, number one, to work for a guy who is like, I mean, he's got more money than he could spend in 3 generations, and to have him be that purpose on purpose and that committed to helping people, that in of itself is an inspiration. The second thing is, I was like, man, he said, I could spend $10 million on this event, which he is, and I could not make a penny, and it would be a non-event financially for him. Think about that. Dude, that's the type of person that I want to be around. That's the type of person I want to learn from. When we're talking about investing in yourself, those are the type of people you want to be around. Dude, you don't want to be around a guy that if the economy tanks 800 points in one day, or the stock market tanks, or the real estate market freaks out for 30 days, that he's like struggling and he's in a tough financial spot. Dude, you want to be around people that have financial immunity. If you're looking for like information on how you can become more financially secure, stable, free, even financially free, dude, you got to get around people that are swinging a bat so big that no matter what happens, nothing can touch them. So I want to be around that. Like, I was sitting in that meeting going, Grant, I'm so glad I'm on this team. I'm so glad I'm here right now. And all of you out there, when you're looking for who to invest with, you need to be looking for people like this. Like, dude, Warren Buffett, great person to be around. Bezos, great person to learn from. Elon Musk, a little crazy, but he's done some things. But guess what? They don't want to help you. They're not doing it every day.
You got to pay to get access.
And you got to pay to get access to those people. It costs like $2 million to have lunch with Warren Buffett. $2 million. Dude, you can come to this event for 3 days, 10xgrowthcon.com. You can come to this event for 3 days, and we're spending $2 million on talent. Think about that. Like, dude, we're spending $2 million on talent, and all you got to do is pay $199 to show up, and you get access to all of them. I'm going to put on a $10 million party. Think about it. Like, I'm going to put on a $10 million party, and all you got to do is pay $199 to get in. A friend somebody was sharing this with me. They're like, man, I can't believe that people aren't really understanding how crazy this is. I'm putting on a $10 million party, and all you have to do is pay $199. Like, that is a deal every day of the week. So back to what we're talking about. Like, we're talking about investing in yourself. Number one biggest mistake you can make is not doing it. Like, if you're not spending money, like if you are on the free education train, the free YouTube train, the free Instagram train, the free podcast train, it's all good. But look, there isn't a person out there who you will not do better with their material by buying a course that they have. It's just a fact. Like our programs, like the deeper you go in our programs, the more money people make. The deeper you go, like we have some partners at the event, like Ryan, no, that's not his name. Not Reynolds. Dude, we got partners at this event, like the more of their products that you buy, the better you get. Like Zig Ziglar said, the people that see me speak's lives will not be changed. People's lives will be changed because they went through my programs and they actually learned to apply the material in their life. So like you got to make sure that you are making the swing in the first place. So number one, you got to invest. Number two, you have to have the right expectations. Don't expect an overnight success story. Don't expect one program to change your life forever. You got to be looking at like, I'm building a mansion, and I'm doing it first with the foundation, and then I'm putting the framing up, and then the drywall goes up. You got to be stacking on top of what you're learning. And then the third thing to do is you got to know when you need to make investments in yourself and when to stop. Number one, when? Dude, the time is now. Like, if you're not happy with where you're at, if you want to do more, if you want to have more, if you want to be more, you must be investing with yourself right now. If you're making less than $100,000 a year, you need to spend more time and money investing in developing yourself and your skill than you need to do worrying about how to buy a house, what type of investments you should make, like financially, like 401ks and all that. You need to be spending all of your money investing on educating yourself, like period. Number two, when do you stop investing? Never. Like, the way you invest changes. So like, I'm not buying a $25 book anymore, right? Like, I can get a lot of information from a book, but now I'm buying $3,000, $5,000, $10,000 courses. I'm spending $20,000 for access to people. Like that's where I'm at. For Grant, it's even different. It's more different. He's invested hundreds of thousands of dollars to get speakers in because he wants proximity. So you never stop investing. The things you invest in just starts changing. I know we got a lot of callers now. Let's go to the callers. Let's get on the phone, man.
You got Ben
Benjamin in Louisiana.
Ben, what's going on?
Is this Jared?
Yep. Ben, what's going on?
Hey, not much. So I had a question for you. So, I'm 15, and I invest in the stock market, and I teach people like how to invest, and I teach them about personal finance. And I was curious, how could I get like news outlets to pay attention to me? I've been in the news 3 times, but like, how can I get more outlets to pay attention? Like, what can I say that will get their attention?
Yeah, so you got to be, number one, you actually, like, you have to do something that's newsworthy, right? Like the story of, hey, I'm a 15-year-old that's investing in the stock market and I'm making money. Like that's great, but you got to start building a track record, because the front door of your story is awesome. Hey, I'm a 15-year-old and I invest in the stock market and I have a winning record. Like, you need to have like an elevator pitch that's like, hey, my name's Ben, I'm 15 years old, and over the last 18 months, I've had 380% returns in the stock market, and I can teach you how to do it too, or something like that. Like, you've got to have a hook in your pitch that's like, hey, I'm a 15-year-old stock market investor, and I've correctly predicted 20 out of the last 23 blah, blah, blah. I don't know enough about the type of investing that you do to kind of fill in the blanks, but and then you just got to tell that message over and over and over again. Like, you got to get one news outlet to pick you up, you're probably going to have to talk to like 100.
Right.
Like if you're trying to build your brand and get known right now, like you should spend 70% of your day on like trying to build a track record where people can be like, dude, Ben is a savant. Ben is like, he's a prodigy, right? Like that, you need to spend 70% of your time doing that. A quantitative track record that can be tracked, right? And then the other piece, the other 30%, you need to spend in massive outflow, trying to get connected with people, telling your story over and over and over again. It's gonna take it's gonna take 100 times more work than you think.
Okay.
So.
All right. Well, can I just one thing really quick?
Yeah.
I respect like what you and Grant have been doing and creating like content for all these people out there, and doing it all for free and not charging anything. So thank you so much. I gotta go. I'm at lunch right now, but yeah.
You're the man, dude. You're the man. Thanks for the call. Good luck. That's awesome. I gotta go. I'm at lunch right now. Bassino.
Yep.
Bassino, what's going on?
Yeah, my name is actually Aquino, Aquino.
Aquino.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you can thank Natalie for screwing that one up. Aquino, bro, what's going on, man? What's your question?
Hey, yeah, I just wanted to ask, I heard you talking about, how if you make less than $100,000 a year, a lot of your money should be spent on investing in yourself, and I just wanted to know what advice would you give to, people who aren't currently investing in themselves? What would be a few good things to invest on? Yeah, I just wanted to ask,
yeah, no, that's a great question, and so that's like the secondary, like the purpose of the show is like it's about investing in yourself and what to look for. Like the question you're asking is really what people are going to come from this show and go like, okay, where actually do I need to go? So you need to find out what you want to improve. Like you need to figure out like, for some people it's just overall business intelligence. Like I went through and I had a list of probably 100 books that I found that got reviews, that got recommended. Like I went and created this big old list, and I went and like I bought every book on that list. Spent like $1,200 or something like that, $1,300 in Amazon, like on one shot. I was like, this book, this book, this one, this book, that book, this book, that book, boom, boom, click, click, click. And then I just got them all shipped. And I filled up a bookshelf, and I just started making my way through. And like, don't be afraid of spending money on the wrong thing right now. The discipline that you need to get built in right now is that I'm spending money to improve myself, and it's my decision. Dude, this isn't like school. This isn't like, dude, show up to school every day, do the assignments, do the homework, do the tests, because we telling you that's the thing you got to do. This is the thing that you are doing for yourself. Like, this is different. This is like, dude, I'm trying to become better. Like, most people aren't interested in doing this while they're in school. Because somebody
in school now, so I know exactly what you mean, but that's why it's so important, to know exactly, what your objective is, so that way, you could become more and more, educated on that.
Dude, I'll give you this example. I was in college. It took me a while to graduate, actually, like 6.5 years to graduate, because I kept stopping and whatever. But the first 2 years of college, dude, I got like very mediocre grades because I was taking all these prerequisite classes, all this stuff that honestly, like, I was not interested in. Yeah. Then once I got past that and I started taking like business classes and marketing classes, I literally got straight A's because I found what I was actually interested in. So when I went to learn, I was interested in learning.
You were eager to get to school.
Yeah. So like, you got to find the things that are interesting to you, like, and that you may not have the answer to that. And a lot of young people, like, I know this because I'm 35 now, so I'm not. Damn, man. Ugh. So I'm not as young as I used to be, but like, I remember, dude, I didn't even know what I was interested in.
Yeah.
But you got to find out what you're interested in, bro. Like, you got to start buying books. You got to start buying courses to find out the thing that you're like interested in. Yeah. Like, I went and bought a course on option, like to learn about options and investing. Dude, I thought it was going to be the best thing ever. Dude, I freaking hated it. I was like, dude, this is it. Like, I want to learn to be a stock trader, options trader, all this stuff. This was maybe like 10 years ago. Dude, I got into the massive books. I spent like $1,500 on it, and I was going through, and like, honestly, like, I was that far through it, and I was like, there ain't no way I'm doing this. This is terrible. Like, this is not for me. So I wait.
Now, would you say that $1,500 paid off?
Yes, 100%. 100% it paid off because it showed me what I didn't want to do. See, like, a lot of people they're trying to find the thing, but they don't know what the thing is because they don't know what the thing ain't. Like I found out that day, it cost me $1,500, but I found out something that I definitely didn't want to do.
Yeah, and once you start crossing out everything you don't want to do, I imagine you're just going to get left with,
The list gets smaller and smaller and smaller. That's why you got to keep showing up, man. Now, maybe you don't take a $1,500 leap, but dude, maybe you take a $200 leap. Like, are you coming to the 10X Growth Conference?
I'm heavily considering it.
Don't consider it, bro. Do it. Like, I'm just telling you, like, for what you can get access to this event for, where you live, Atlanta?
Yeah, I'm in Atlanta. It's
dude,
kind
that's
of a drive, but
you could drive there. If you're trying to save money, like, we'll get you in the group. Like, there are people that are like trying to, room with people and like all kinds of stuff to cut down on costs. But like, the purpose of that event is to get you connected with a lot of different people, dude. You're going to sit down and you're going to see speakers who you probably didn't know, and you're going to learn something new about their business and about the ways that people are making money. My point is, you got to get connected, bro. Like, you got to get connected with people. You got to get connected with experts. You got to get connected with people that are doing things because it helps you figure your own deal out. I didn't understand this for a long time. Like, I was in that scarcity mindset. I was like, oh man, I don't want to spend $250 or $500 or $1,000 and then find out that it's not. Dude, do it. Like, now is the time to do it. How old are you?
I better make sure I get my return out of it, but
I'm telling you, there's no lose, bro. There is no lose. It's a no lose situation. If you come down, you're there for 3 days, you're with a bunch of people that want to do better. Like, when's the last time you were with 30,000 people that wanted to do better for themselves, make more money, and have a bigger impact?
Yep, and out of those 30,000 people, probably, you're going to meet at least 10 or 20 that are going to be in your exact same, field, mindset. Well, not exact same, but similar, that you can learn something.
All I'm saying, bro, is you've never, this type of event has so much more impact than you can even fathom. Because all you have to do is ask yourself that question. When have I been around a group of 30,000 people, 35,000 people who want to make more money, do better, and have an impact? When was the last time that I was around that many people? For 99.999999999% of people, it's never. And we're giving you an opportunity to do it for freaking no money.
Yeah, I mean, compared to everything you're getting, that is a pretty good deal, man.
So
And
look,
hey,
dude,
like
I'll just leave you at this. The big mistake that you're making right now, where you're effing up, is you're not making the move. Like, you just got to do it. Like, spend the money on investing in yourself to find out what's not working rather than going out. Spend money investing in yourself rather than buying a new pair of shoes. Spend the money investing in yourself because, look, dude, like, you got to go through a period where you eat shit. Like, I'm just going to be real. Like, I went through that period for probably 10 years where I was, like, lost, didn't know what I wanted, didn't do this, doing things the wrong way. Then I started getting interested in figuring it out. But I didn't do that until I was, like, 7 years into the shit. So once you get to that point, dude, then you start actually consuming things that are making positive changes and getting you where you want to go, and then everything changes. Like, literally, when I got my head right, dude, I went from in debt to millionaire in 4 years. Same person, dude. There wasn't a whole lot that changed about me. I eliminated things in my life that weren't serving me, and I started committing to the things that could actually help me. I'm still the same person, dude. Like, I didn't have some radical transformation. I stopped smoking weed. I stopped partying and going out until 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. I started exercising more, and I started actually, like, consuming information that will help me, and then I actually tried to put it to work. That's it. So don't overcomplicate it. Get to the 10X Growth Conference. We got seats for every budget. Money will not be a reason that you don't come. And if you want a special deal, if you make a decision right now, I'll let Natalie give you a special deal she can't offer to anybody else because I want you there, Quino. All right, bro. Thanks for the call. Next.
All right, you got Ronnie in Missouri.
Ronnie, what's going on, man?
Not a whole lot, man. Thanks for taking my call. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you, man. Loud and clear. Appreciate the call. Appreciate you following the show.
No problem, bro. I love it. Love it. Love what you guys are doing. I mean, at the end of the day, y'all definitely set me on the right path, so I appreciate it.
Love that, man. What's your question?
Well, actually, I'm kind of in a bind. I left a position at AT&T about 6 months back. Now I'm actually working selling disability. My issue is I'm kind of at the end of the rope when it comes to money. You know, I'm kind of coming down to the last wire. And my trouble with the sales game is tying down the appointments. Basically, I set more appointments than anybody else in my group, and they're all in awe about it. But the trouble is, I can't meet with none of them. I mean, out of 18 of them, maybe 2 in the last 3 days that I've been able to meet with. It's always one thing or the other. You got any advice on that?
Yeah. One question. You ready?
Yeah.
When you're setting the appointment, are you doing this over the phone or in face-to-face?
We set the appointments over the phone, and then I meet them face-to-face.
Perfect. Okay, you're setting the appointment over the phone. Before you hang up the call, you ask this one question. You ready?
All right.
Is there any reason that you can think of that would prevent you from being in this meeting? Short of a car accident, short of a tornado, short of nuclear attack, is there any reason why you would not be able to make this meeting?
Is there any reason you can think of that would prevent you from being at this meeting? Any at all?
Yeah.
Is that right there?
Any reason why you wouldn't be able to make this meeting? Any reason you won't be able to keep this appointment? Any reason? Like, it's the lock. A lot of people are scared to do this because they're afraid that they're actually going to, like, the person's going to say, yeah, well, you know, I probably ain't going to show up to the meeting. And they're scared because they're trying to hang on to a meeting that ain't real in the first place.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean?
Gotcha. Yeah, I heard that yesterday. I actually heard that on one of the other shows, and I just haven't done it yet. And for some reason, it just hasn't popped into my head. I think you're right. I've just been worried about maybe blowing up an appointment that don't exist.
Dude, write it down. Torch the appointment because it wasn't real in the first place.
Roger that. Roger that. Well, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it quite a bit.
Awesome, dude. I appreciate the call.
Yep.
Uno más. All right, who do we got? Blake, Houston, Texas. What's happening?
How's it go? So, I am in the oil and gas business, and I need people who are killers on the phone. And I wish, I'm pretty good on the phone, but as a business owner, there's so many things I can do, and I spread myself thin. So I wonder how I can find guys who are into Grant Cardone stuff, and I just want to, because I have one guy, he's okay. I have him watch all Grant Cardone stuff, and I mean, he's okay. He's not as good as me, but I want to find people who really are some killers, and they're able to make some real money and make a living with me. So,
dude, I had a guy last year that came to the Growth Conference. He sponsored the Growth Conference. He was one of our sponsors. Had a little table up there. The only thing that he came to do was recruit people. He was looking for, like, he had a legit 6-figure opportunity for people that could come in and produce. And he recruited 43 people to come work for him.
Okay.
In one deal.
You have in mind any other ways?
I mean, just follow our stuff, dude. Like, you know, like there are so many people. There are so many people that follow us that are looking for the right vehicle. Like, we actually have like a perfect like setup, because we have business owners and folks like you that have opportunities that are trying to find good people. And we have people that are, in most cases, working in jobs that they don't like, and they're investing in themselves and they're consuming our products because they want to get more, do more, be more, and they're not getting what they want to where they're at. So it really is the perfect marriage. You just have to like be reaching out to people, you know, like get into some of our groups, get in the ambassador group, you know, spend $1,000, join the ambassador group, and make a post in there. It's a private group. Everybody in there is on Cardone University. Everybody in there is going to be at the Growth Con. Like, you could probably have 15 or 20 people recruited before you even go to the event.
Yeah. Okay. Like, now I'm gonna have to do that. I'm for sure going to the conference, but I'm definitely gonna start recruiting. I didn't think about that until right now. You planted the seed, and now I'm going for sure.
Blake, I'm gonna have Natalie. This deal expired last night, but I'll have her do this deal for you for the ambassador program, because that'll get you connected. It'll get you access to Cardone U. It'll get you access to the weekly mastermind that we're doing. It'll get you access to the private Facebook group, and it'll get you access to the ambassador section of seats at GrowthCon, which are some of the best seats in the house.
Okay. If anyone else is interested and is listening, I can give you all information. You can pass them my way.
Where are they going to find you?
They can find me, or they can email me. So I'm having all my, because I just started.
Drop your email, bro. Come on, man. What's your email?
My email is Blake Cedillo at IberiusEnergy.com. They can send all their information my way, and I can review them and talk to them on the phone and see if they're really about it.
All right, good deal, man.
Thank you.
All right, take care. Get him hooked up on the ambassador program, because that's where he needs to be. So look, guys, you got to invest in yourself, period. Like, things did not change for me until I changed, until my abilities changed, until my mindset changed, until my actions changed, my thoughts changed. Like, everything started changing, but it all started with me going, I can't do this on my own. I don't have the skills that I need. I need to go out and find out what I need to do to get to the next level. So, like, do not be afraid to make the investment. Do not be afraid it won't work. Like I said, I spent $1,500 on an investing training program. It was like, literally, I spent half a day going through it, and I said, this isn't for me. But it was such a valuable thing for me to pick up, because I could cross something off of the list. Want to be a financial advisor, Wall Street guy, make money trading stocks, yeah. Nope, click, it's done. You'll learn more from crossing something. You'll learn as much from crossing something off your list as you will about getting a program that you enjoy. So you need to make the investment. You need to have the right expectations as you're going through it, so that you're not like on Pluto out in outer space thinking that one program is going to make you a multimillionaire, because it won't, unless you win the lottery or something like that. And number 3, dude, you need to be invested. If you're making under $100,000 a year, the majority of the extra money that you have should be spent investing in yourself. Like, it's, I don't know the best illustration to do it, but it's like you just got to make these deposits and know that one day the ATM, you're putting deposits into the bank, deposits in the bank, and then one day the ATM is going to turn on and it's going to spit out as much money as you can take. But you have to have money going in order to have to get the opportunity to take all the money out. And the money that come out will be 100-fold what you put in, I promise you. But you just got to get started. You don't need to go spend 25 grand to be in some course mastermind program. Like, it could be a $25 book, but move forward. Take the steps. Put yourself out there. Find out the things that you don't like. Pick up a program and hate 85% of what they're talking about, but use 15. Like, you just got to get rolling. You got to get moving. It's a muscle that you have to build and develop. You'll be sore at first. You'll hate it at first. But then once you start getting stronger, you're going to start seeing the advantages, the benefits. You're going to start looking better, feeling better, doing better. And then you'll have a lot of momentum that won't be stopped. All right, look, I want you carrying that momentum into Miami this February, 10X Growth Con. We have John Maxwell, legendary leadership coach, Grant Cardone, Elena Cardone, Russell Brunson, Steve Harvey. We got the deal back from Steve Harvey. I think you guys are the first to hear it here. Steve Harvey, comedian, actor, TV show host, entrepreneur, philanthropist. Like, dude, this guy has a story that will, like, dude, he never quit. He was counted out. He was broke. Dude, back up against the wall, and he fought his way out. And when he got it, he didn't just get it and back off. He leaned into it, and he kept pushing. Dude, he made $40 million last year. And he can't throw a football or shoot a basketball. And he doesn't work on Wall Street. We can all learn something from this guy. We got more people like that coming up. I'm so excited. We got $1.3 million in offers going out of the office today to get some of the biggest experts and speakers and actors and athletes and celebrities in the world. You got to be there. 10X Growth Con. It will change your business. It will change your income. And it will change your life. Go to 10xgrowthcon.com and reserve your seat today. I want to see you there. And remember, when you're investing in yourself, the only people that will condemn your hustle are the people that have already given up themselves. We'll see you next week.
Are you committed? Will you let me help you? Welcome to your 10X Growth Conference.
Best conference I've ever been to. Worth every single cent. Every single cent.
Anybody can 10X their company in a year. I think this is the place to get the tools, the training, all the resources you need. And I think to those who don't 10X by this time next year, you just didn't try hard enough.
Cannot go higher unless you educate yourself. So I will say to you from all over the world, come to the next 10X conference.
I think this is the place to get the tools, the training, all the resources you need. And I think to those who don't 10X by this time next year, you just didn't try hard enough.
One, you need motivation. So getting around people in a different vibe lifts you up. But even more importantly than that, you can make lasting contacts. Every conference I've ever gone to, I try to get one phone number, one person that'll change my life.
Come to this event. You should be here. Everything is set up in your favor. It's like I'm having the right conversations, I'm meeting the right people. It's opportunities all in one spot.
I've never been to an event with this many powerful speakers in one room, so I benefit from the energy, I benefit from the learning, and I believe in what we're doing here.
I'm here at 10X. I just got off the stage with Grant. I can't believe how powerful he is. When I speak to him myself like that, he gets me excited and he makes me a better and stronger shark. I'm always going to be here. I'll see you next year. I can't even wait for next year.